And the ambulance, I don't even know what took them so long. They took a long time to get there. But once they got there, they put it on the stretcher and took her away.
For those left behind at the chaotic scene, the question is why anyone would shoot her in the first place.
Everybody loved her, man. To know her was to love her. She just was entrenched in that community. Just a loving young lady who cared for her family and was trying to be a good mother to her 4 children.
Julian Jones was born on September 10, 1988, at Atlanta's Grady Hospital.
Julian Jones is a biological name, but everybody in the neighborhood call her P. Well, her aunt call her P. She has so many nicknames.
I call her Peepin because when she was a little bitty baby, she always left one eye open and one eye closed. So I just said, okay, Peabody.
Julian and her brother Christopher, their biological mother is our oldest sister. Jones adopted both of them when they was young, when they was babies.
I got Julian when she was 2 days. She came straight to us. And I always had twins. And I had twins, I was so good. And I raised them 2 together, and first time, it was okay. But we all got through.
They lived in what was sometimes a rough neighborhood. Jimmy did her best to raise the kids to be joyful and pure.
Okay, the networks are down, the equipment is ready, and we've crippled their supplies. Mrs. Rackman has written our check and given us the green light. We're good to finally move on that submarine and stop this threat once and for all. When you're ready, get your crew together and head back to planning.
Hey, darling, I ain't seen you in forever.
The investigators knew
Not a thing.
The Macon Drive area was historically known as a pretty violent area. We've seen a lot of gang activity increase over the years.
Yo, your card game is sick.
Gang members there would operate daily. They commit a lot of crimes. They are responsible for the shootings. That took place out in that. So in the metro part of it, it's kind of south a little bit. And there's a known area where the street raised. Basically, was a local young man who was raised up through the money. So great. Where they will take on a simulation of a traditional band. They do that now. So the people who find in these games, they have anything to do with you.
I need to call in sick today. Mr. Hello there! Call me at your place tonight. walking pile of shit!
You fucker!
Oh,
Yeah, here's a time to say Julian Jones was probably true. Investigators tried to determine witnesses say Julian was absent times from jail and true.
They're trying to get up in the neighborhood and
Your car is the shit! So hot!
very badly and literally poured
Pretty sweet car.
Of course, there was a man, unfortunately, checked him. The shooting occurred when the vehicles fell off.
None of the witnesses claim to have seen the shooter or the drunk or driver from Julian, so investigators searched the scene for evidence of violence.
I can't believe it!
Long time no see, Sunday. What's cracking? Nothing. About to go buy some food.
That's a sexy car!
Checkup? I don't need a checkup.
According to change direction. Change direction to the same road. The projectile could be able to recover from the same debris, which is usually an indication of an alien technology.
I met this girl last night, and she was like, wow, you're actually cute and skinny, kind of surprised. Whatever.
When they shoot people, they're going to kill them. They're going to shoot multiple times. They're going to get a good fire. They're going to get away.
As authorities kept working the scene and stopped looking for
That's a sweet ride you got there, man.
police could be responsible.
You sitting down there waiting. And it was so bad. You know, she was going to make it home, but she was just going to have something wrong with her leg. So she was going to be married. Well, when they took her to the bed, it was a drama. I said, they said that it was some kind of investigation. And I wanted to see my baby. I wanted her to go out. When I got her to move, but I like to get her children. You know, trying to explain to her children what's going on. They were 22, 3, and 10 months old, and the oldest was 8. The only thing that the baby understand is home. And nothing but fair. And I got to know that she didn't make it. I was just like, too. I was really fixed up.
The case has been comprehensive. Julian's loved ones have been moved.
And we began to question some of the family members. And we got information with the potential for domestic violence. Starts to a relationship.
The family shares details of Julian's boyfriend.
This guy is true. I don't know what relationship with is true.
You owe me $20.
She was a person. She knew that. And then do something.
is in an uproar. They want to know who did this. Police have to look at
Fucking maricón. Nice riding stuff.
Liver problems. Other serious side effects may include increased risk of cancer, including breast cancer, colitis, liver damage, and decreases in your doctor, starting or switching to.
Mucinex gives a morning jolt of instant cooling sensation. Also, try new Kickstart Severe Congestion in Car. I used to be somebody. Back when hiring remote workers in 12 states broke the old software, and you needed a PhD just to find your pay stub in the new one. HR really felt the squeeze then. So did I. But then something changed. Now people here are so stress-free.
When you need an HR platform that's easy and powerful, that's Bambooable. That's Bamboo HR.
Within days of the drive-by murder of Julian Jones, investigators tracked down her ex-boyfriend, Adonis.
Police took a hard look at Adonis. Was he the person who killed Julian?
We were able to eventually identify Adonis, the father of her children, and he provided a statement.
Adonis admits that their relationship was volatile. He insists he'll never do anything to hurt her.
Him and Peapod probably had kind of a roller coaster relationship. There were some ups and downs, but they were trying to work it out and do their thing and raise their kids as best they could.
You know, Imani set me up with that crypto mining app on my phone. Just runs in the background, and every now and then I get paid. Girl is a fucking genius.
It was just like they was getting mad at each other. They was yelling. They was screaming. They was hollering. I tried to intervene, but sometimes you just can't. Eventually, Julian got tired of it, so Julian wanted to move on, and she wanted to see other people, and she wanted to upgrade her life and get herself together and all of that, and take care of her children.
Adonis claims he and Julian remained friends after their breakup. He says he gave her a ride to her aunt's house a little while before she was shot, which means he admits to being...
Looking good, boss. I'll be here.
They began investigating, looked deeper into this case, and they checked out his alibis, and they cleared him in Julian's murder.
What we found during the course of our investigation at the end of the day is that he was inside the house dealing with the kids.
With their best suspect eliminated, investigators head back out into the neighborhood looking for new leads. But they quickly run into a problem.
In some neighborhoods, there's this prevailing sense of not snitching to the police. As you can imagine, some witnesses simply weren't cooperating. One of the things that we worked really hard to do is to build a sense of trust in many of our communities. As you can imagine, in an area where there's a lot of crime and there's heavy police enforcement, we have a lot more work to do.
Thankfully, Julian's aunt April Howe finds a way to serve as a liaison for police.
I don't like questioning people. I won't go in the door to door. I'm Auntie April in the neighborhood, so of course they came in.
street is that the bullet that killed her niece was intended for someone else. Julian's childhood friend, Jalen.
Once I learned Jalen was involved, it was all told by the people in the neighborhood, and we talked about it. And I shared with the detective.
April reports that people are saying Jalen and his brother Xavier, both members of the Raised on Cleveland, or Rock Crew, robbed a wealthy basketball player 4 months ago.
He was robbed of about $55,000 worth of jewelry
Shit.
outside of the barbershop.
What you doing with that
It
money?
was a crime of opportunity.
Right.
Right after, it appears that he had gone into the barbershop to question some of the individuals in there about the identity of the persons that robbed him. Give him like a loose description of individuals, and possibly some nicknames.
And the basketball player's hunt for revenge gained notoriety around the neighborhood.
Everybody knew that, hey, this is the basketball player in his 4-door Porsche, and ultimately he's got a gun. And he's looking for the folk that were part of the Rock Crew who robbed him.
April tells detectives she heard that the man tracked down Jalen that fateful night to get revenge.
He was firing at Jalen, and that's how Julian got shot. I was upset. I wanted to blame Jalen, because if it weren't for Jalen, my baby wouldn't have been shot, regardless of whether she was outside or not. She wouldn't have never been shot.
Oh.
Get a $2,500 casino bonus at
Lucky Rebel.
One careless mistake by a doctor or hospital can change your family's whole life.
Hospitals don't always do the right thing. You need to work.
Protect your family. Science and
Your family deserves to know the truth about what happened. Science and
When it's your family up against a huge medical system, remember, you have a lawyer.
Call Science.
Find out if you have a case. Call Science and Kirk or visit youhavealawyer.com. You have a phone, you have a lawyer.
Big news, America! Wegovy now comes in pills. So adults with obesity can lose weight and keep it off, along with diet and exercise. Yeah, thank you, DJ Khaled. Be honest, if there was a pill that made other healthy things possible, you take it.
Where's the pill that can help me parallel park?
I take it. If there was a pill that made me a pro wrestler, I'd take it. Uncle Khaled, maybe we don't need a pill for everything, but for managing weight, there's Wegovy, the first and only GLP-1 pill for weight loss.
Don't take if you or your family had MTC, MEN2, or if allergic to it. Tell your provider if you plan to have surgery or a procedure, are breastfeeding, pregnant, or plan to be. Stop taking and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or any of these allergic reactions. Serious side effects may include pancreas inflammation, gallbladder, or severe stomach problems. Call your prescriber if you have any of these symptoms. Wegovy may cause low blood sugar in people with diabetes, especially if you take medicines for it. Call your prescriber if you experience vision changes or heart racing at rest. Side effects of nausea, vomiting, or diarrhea can lead to dehydration, which may cause kidney problems.
That's not your car, is it? Ask your prescriber about one daily Wegovy pill.
I'm not allowed to reveal the secrets of Jameson Black Barrel. Its carefully chosen select batch Irish whiskies, or its exquisite notes of toasted oak, caramel, vanilla spice. That's the greatest whiskey I ever drank, and the greatest story I never did tell.
After a drive-by shooting that claimed the life of Julian Jones, Atlanta police are searching for her friend Jalen, a gang member who might have been the intended target. Ordinarily, no one would talk to the cops, but Julian is no ordinary victim.
Most gang members, there's a code where they're not going to come and communicate to law enforcement officials because they just assumed deal with it in their way as well. But at some point, the community put so much pressure on Jalen to come in because Peapod meant something to that community. So he eventually comes in and he says, what happened?
Come to find out, it all started with Big Boo.
Big Boo was one of the leaders of the rock crew. He was an older guy. Well, he was older than many of the members of the rock crew because I think Big Boo was in his late 20s, early 30s. But he had been around the block a while. He was an older guy, so he had a lot of influence over those young minds and over the young men that were part of Greystone Cleveland. And so on the night in question, Big Boo was the one who set up the robbery at the barbershop.
According to Jalen, their mark was a former pro basketball player named Javaris Crittenton, a local legend in the Atlanta area. And Jalen says Javaris is the one who shot from the Chevy Tahoe, killing Julian Jones.
Javaris was a star player at Southwest Atlanta Christian Academy. Won a couple of championships, state championships. Star player. And he was no slouch in the classroom. He had a 3.5 grade point average in high school. His future was bright. And then he goes to Georgia Tech. Only played a year, but in the year he was there, he became a leader. This was a freshman who was a leader on this senior Layton team. He declared for the NBA after a year. The local paper named him the Georgia Basketball Player of the Year. He was just an outstanding athlete. And at the time, as far as we knew, he was an outstanding person. Javaris gets drafted by the Lakers in the first round. This is a huge deal. So he gets to lovely LA. There's a prosecutor. What does he do? He joins a gang.
Most recent NBA players.
He was a member of the gang that he just hung around them for protection. But what about that tattoo on your stomach? It's a Crips tattoo there.
Soon after, Crittenton's career began to falter. He was traded several times to different teams, and eventually got into an explosive argument with another player.
He joined the Washington Wizards. Of course, the marquee player there was Gilbert Arenas. And at some point, they got into an altercation there inside the locker room, and there were allegations that guns were involved.
He was getting all the attention, all the love, but for some reason, we have yet to figure out, he sought a different kind of attention. He danced around the edges of the law. He hung with people who had questionable character. He just wasn't willing to walk the straight and narrow and improve his chances of success. Instead, he shot his chances for success in the foot.
In 2009, Crittenton was released by the Wizards. Over the next 2 years, he briefly played in China, then for a minor league team, before eventually returning home to Atlanta. Crittenton was robbed at
That wasn't me.
at least 3 other times.
I laughed when I went to my travel to for me.
There was one robbery in the West End when he was taking a friend home from a club. When he stopped, the guys jumped out and robbed him.
Javaris, he wore expensive jewelry.
I mean,
And in some of these neighborhoods, that's not a smart thing to do.
Right.
You become a target as this big athlete, a strong guy. That has to wound the pride, if you will.
For whatever reason, he kept going back to that community, and every time he went back there, he was victimized by a robber. And I think that began to ache him. And so it was his position to go back and get revenge on the individuals that made him a victim in the first place. And it was at that point that Mr. Crittenden began to drive
throughout the Macon Drive community with a shotgun in his lap. In these communities, you're expected to be tough. You are expected to exact revenge when someone wounds you, when someone hurts you, when someone takes your manhood, if you will. And that's what these robberies are in some of these guys' eyes. You're attacking my manhood, and you don't do that. So their only recourse is to fight back or shoot back.
Police think this is what Crittenden decided to do after Jalen allegedly robbed him at the barbershop.
Javaris was taking matters into his own hand and wanted street justice. He was going after any and everybody that was associated with Jalen and wanted to make a point to the Rock crew that if you mess with Javaris Crittenden, he's going to hunt you down in a way that is not going to be friendly. And you may be looking on the other side of a 223.
Be the one thing that can change everything. Be bold, be authentic in a world where you can be anything. Be love. Be love. Be love. Be love. Pandora.
What happened to unstoppable force once they moved the raccoon? Attack. Attack. It's not easy taking out the trash. That's why you need strength that's anything but ordinary.
Airwick's vibrant fragrances are infused with 2 times more essential oils. The advanced plug-in with the boost button and anti-fade technology can keep your home always inviting for up to 70 days. Airwick, always fragrant, always inviting. Airwick's Essential Mist Diffuser is cordless and portable. Great for inviting friends too. With adjustable fragrance levels, it's easy to make every occasion fragrant and inviting. Airwick, always fragrant, always inviting. Revolve, your pet knows that the mess is really gone. If not, they may remark the spot. Resolve gets rid of pet messes better than the leading competitor, destroying stains, cleansing odors, and preventing remarking. Love the love, resolve the mess.
Atlanta police believe Javaris Crittenden is the man who shot Julian Jones during a botched revenge hit on a gang member. But when they go to arrest him at his home in Fayetteville, Georgia, they discover he's on the run.
We have to take our steps to try to find him. So that wasn't the easiest of things, but, developing him as a potential suspect in the case, it became really important that we needed to sit down and talk with him.
There was a massive manhunt for Javaris. The police department even had the FBI assisting them in trying to get him into custody.
As the search continues, police seek evidence to connect Crittenden to the murder.
Witnesses reported seeing a rental symbol on the back of the Tahoe. So we called around and we asked if Javaris Crittenden had rented a Chevy Tahoe at that particular location. And, one after another, they tell you, no, we don't have that name in our database. And then after you make so many phone calls, you start thinking to yourself that you're just chasing a ghost. You make that last phone call and the person says, yeah, well, we did have a Javaris Crittenden that rented a Chevy Tahoe that's a hybrid model from our business. We picked up the vehicle and we searched for it, and I directed them to swab it for gunpowder residue. And right where witnesses put it,
Knock, knock! Dave here! We're in a...
directly where Mr. Crittenden was sitting. Fingerprint on the inside door behind the glass. So, Jalen Taylor was consistent with physical evidence.
It's enough for investigators to get a search warrant for Crittenden's home.
While we executed the search warrant for this property, the shot. The witnesses had reported the investigation really slowed down.
The agency also gives detectives a powerful intel unit. His name is Hunt. And this
It's actually the court that I know
supported whatever Javon did. They spent most of their time with each other, traveled with each other. Investigators get warrants for Clinton and Gamble's phone GPS reports, which reveal something that suggests Clinton's and Miller used to be Congress to and that people is completely because his phone is off, it doesn't find to the phone. It's not communicating with the public. We didn't believe that ultimately the warrant was on this information. It's further look into Javon's situation and gives more because this phone was in the area. He was a young man, he was in the area, he knew how this gang actually rented a phone, and so he was instructed about how to go about killing Jalen on this murder. Javon seems to have privately learned about renting cars and turning phones off by shooting in the light. But his cousins didn't know well enough to turn his phone off, and apparently Mark shared the news. So his gamble phone goes to the area where Javon has him the next with the number. His phone is using cell towers to provide from the crime scene. That his gamble phone leaves the crime scene around that time, and then it goes traveling the west side of Atlanta to Boris Princeton's phone. Back on the grid, and now it starts to use cell towers that are not far from the same cell towers that never seen them used. Investigators are investigating the rescue of Gamble too. Gamble is arrested and charged with murder. Clinton's LA connection finally gives police a lead on where to find him as well. And we need to go for good. We posted bail for some gang members out in Los Angeles. We found and were able to track down that he had purchased a one-way ticket with KLM from Atlanta, and that he was going to fly out on the red eye. On August 29, 2011, the LAPD and the FBI arrested Javon Clinton and John Brown and extradited him to Fulton County. He was charged with murder. He was charged with a ban statute here in the state of Virginia, and the strongest statutes in the country, along with possession of a firearm or during the commission of a crime. So we started preparing the case for indictment. And of course the case was indicted. And once the case was indicted, we were prepared for trial. For everyone's surprise, however, the judge releases Javon Clinton on a $230,000 bond. A strong position from Julian James's family.
You need to get opinions still from you right here. Run to LA and then think if we set you on the bond, you want to fly again.
Call my assistant. We'll set something up.
Ooh, honey, boo, that
You said it.
So he's involved in the manufacturing and selling of multi-kilos of cocaine and marijuana. They say him and at least 13 other people were.
You know what a BBW is? Me. A big, beautiful woman.
Well, you're a nobody.
Keep in mind, this guy is out on farm and a murder charge, and he's involved in something just as big.
Clinton is rearrested. Police seized over 900 pounds of cocaine.
Wait, he did what?
He got caught.
After he got out on bond.
Yeah,
He got caught with what?
Cocaine. Trafficking, basically, like selling.
Who gave you my number?
He just was a bad criminal.
I don't know what you're talking about. Look, I got someone on the other line. Sorry. Look, don't call this number again, okay?
Nice wheels.
Just trying to hang on until tomorrow.
Hi, I need to call in sick today. I know, but I got a bug that I can't shake.
But at the end of the day, you found out ultimately where Jalen stayed, and unfortunately, Julian Jones was killed because of it. Usually when you cover one of these crimes, there's a buzz because there's a jury and the trial is about to start. This day, that buzz was extra loud because I didn't know what was going to happen. What's happening? All of this anxiety, this anticipation, ready for the jury to start, and all of a sudden,
Jesus catches him with tears.
opening statements.
That car's fucking stylish.
But just a paragraph of dream to reduce the murder you
Hey, I haven't seen you at the Epsilon training. You okay? Come early and I'll save a VIP table for you.
Okay, for real. Why are you doing that thing?
Cool. You're on the list.
I just wanted to smoke something for my family. No, you didn't need to do that.
What the fuck are you doing in Davis?
You can't do that shit.
I thought you might have gone home with that little number.
Did you find out what is on it?
Much else done.
They were devastated. I could see the look on their faces. And I still see that look from time to time, even when we speak to you, and
相信我，我会整天在这里听他们麻痹。好吧，那你
the glory looks to them real. It's as good as it's going to get. And the risk was too great for me because I think his lawyer knew that in the end,
Hey, girl, what's going
he would
on?
have been convicted of murder. He would have been served a sentence.
Cool. What are you doing late?
They say he Julie was 23 years in prison and 17 probation for over his life.
My man was staring at this blonde, so I dyed my hair blonde.
Well, you're a nobody.
She, the thing.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
Took a long life, even though she really intended father. He still kissed her.
What's up?
Traveler Steamboat pleads guilty to aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. He spends 3 years in prison.
Hey,
How'd you get my number?
When I think about this case, I really,
Well, what the hell did you
really
expect?
enjoying, try to think about April
Never
and
stop
George
with George's.
and really enjoying the story. I put them to sleep at night, woke them up with a great experience. Somebody else has to take care of their parents. If they have trouble, we'll have them for the rest of their lives because of the actions of the daughter's person. You can't blame your feelings. It's about decisions. And so, had he made some different decisions, he's best to just breathe and take a step back and let law
If it's nice tomorrow, I may go jogging. Gotta work on my body. Can't be all brains, right? Nice one.
So, racquetball. Maybe you got a window.
He took no deal. He took nothing. He took everybody's things.
Down the moon.
He always had somebody dancing, singing. If you take a life, you give it. They don't need to put them on death row and not come on back. I just want to spend life in here. You just
Hey, honey, how did the meeting go? Well done, you. What time you getting home later?
I hear that new Crow X is hot. Whatever.
That shit must have hit the artery.
Yeah, they like forever.
Some days it'll be still so that's not that's my cousin. There will always be experience, but they won't look out for me.
Hey, you and I both look awesome.
The firefighters are there thinking they're going to put out just a grocery. Most of they did to
Yeah, I left you a message, remember me?
start smelling
The rest of my watch
feet.
was a goal.
Flesh.
I'm saying you never hollered back, girl. Just like the... Yeah, okay, I guess that was...
Pull over, honey.
Everything's
Let me
gonna be
ride.
and we'll pay the money for it.
But can I just take you out, though? Sumac,
Yeah,
Joe, you on one. I was thinking up and at him.
This big expertise under the
Go digging, ho. That's why your mama's a... Hello? That bitch hung up on me.
It was December 23rd, 2005. Stephen Aikman and friends went to the house of his cousin, Mr. Person. All the way early that day, and agreed that later on was not.
I do show up to Wesley's place on 6-7. We got them there, you guys be there.
What's shaking?
His cousin doesn't want to.
Oh, yeah, look, I know I'm a few months late with my payments. Yeah, I mean, I'm sort of in between jobs right now, but there's a check in the mail, I promise.
I know he would text me.
Hey now, don't cancel my service. Can't we work something out? I can't live without porn.
I knew he would have called if there wasn't, so that's around that time.
All right, I'll pay up.
So, what's going on? Later that evening, they get a call from Wesley's living girlfriend, future girlfriend. She just got to the house. Wesley's not there. She called us and told us, hey, his bags is here.
That makes me moist.
He was here. I don't know when he came in, because I never got a phone call from him when he came back. But all of his bags is here, even the stuff that he bought me. We called around, asking everybody that we could have known. They reach out to Wesley's best friend, Justin Glover, with giving Wesley a ride home from Charlotte.
Justin says, I haven't seen him either. It's just not like Wesley to go off the grid. And like every minute passes, the group gets more
I
and more
can't
worried.
wait to go home and exfoliate.
He hasn't called his cousin. He hasn't called his friends.
It was
It's the
amazing.
big
The
question
blonde
is,
one
where
called
is
the other
this
blonde
man?
one a fat dumb slut and then got her revenge by sleeping with her husband and her dad. Well, come over
Russell
next
Brunson
week.
was
I
born
think
in
they're having
Brooklyn,
an
New
all-day
York.
marathon.
He and his siblings were raised by his father. His dad was a strict kind of guy, a man's man, but blunt.
Wesley had a brother and a sister, and as far as his mom goes,
Wesley's family had strong family roots in New York. He's especially because his cousins and neighbors.
We did a lot of things together as a family. Wesley was my older cousin. He was about maybe 4 years or 3 years older than me. So even though he wasn't a big brother, we both played that
You there?
making sure we were for each other.
Hi, it's me.
He had a great imagination and
I know, I was supposed to call a half hour ago, an hour ago. Yeah, man!
I see smiles on people's faces and he
I was
was
stuck in prosperity,
jokes.
and I hate talking on the smell of
he
driving.
was
And
very
it's illegal.
He was very protective, and that made him very helpful among his friends and
Yeah, I'm getting the tin now. Just wanted to check in.
Wesley's best friends outside of the family were two guys who grew up rich in the neighborhood, Drew McCullough and Justin Woodward.
Those
Well,
three
come by, and I'll send someone to see you.
childhood friends, which have been elementary school, staying in each other's rooms, sleepovers, bunk beds, all of that good stuff.
I can't hang out.
Whoa, that must have cost mad
They've been
Skrilla.
together, they knew each other's families.
Yes, all was.
What? No! He's not a banger. He's in for civil disobedience. Have you even met
Wesley's
Clarence?
crew decided to move from Brooklyn to Harrisburg,
Yeah,
Pennsylvania.
he might lock his neck to a high-rise
Nice
downtown
ride.
or some shit. He's been in for 48 hours.
Since these guys often made big decisions together, this is no different.
Hey,
There
dude,
was
I've
only
been
one
no
person
new
left
plateau.
of the group,
Yeah,
and
man.
that's the cousin, Stephen. Stephen's older brother passed. His brother lived in Harrisburg.
Wesley ended up calling me and asking me, hey, there's an opportunity here for you.
French just sounds
And I'm here for myself, I'm not my friends, but there's nothing like actually blood family. So come
Mother,
on,
I'm in the land of sun
I'm not doing
and
anything wrong,
Botox.
so
What could
I'm not
possibly
going
go
to
wrong?
Fast forward 5 years, Wesley is